I like a little bit of flavor. There was no music in there and all of that stuff to get me hyped. But they lucky I'm a dedicated dude and I'm hyped anyway, because this list coming up right now is about the top 5 NFC quarterbacks in the National Football Conference right now. Remember, Tom Brady's gone. He's retired. Drew Brees is retired. Aaron Rodgers has skipped town, and he's going over to New York City and the AFC Conference. So based on what's left, we got to go with the top 5 in the NFC. Give it to me right here, number 5 on the list, please. Bam! Geno Smith for the Seattle Seahawks. Why? The brother nearly completed 70% of his passes last year. Got Seattle Seahawks to the postseason. Made you totally forget about Russell Wilson and all the great years that he had there, because Geno Smith stepped up to the plate when he got his shot and showed you that, excuse me, he's somebody to be reckoned with. He's top 5 in the NFC Conference this year, all right? Let's go to number 4, please. Give it to me right now. Bam! Dak Prescott. Now, he didn't look good last year. Threw about 15 damn interceptions, but he is playing for the Star. He is playing for the Dallas Cowboys. There's an enormous amount of pressure that comes with the responsibilities and what have you. From a talent perspective, there is no denying that Dak Prescott is definitely top 5 in the NFC because his talent demands it, okay? I can't throw shade on the brother, even though he had problems last year. Remember, the list is fluid. The list is fluid. It's the offseason. We're looking ahead. We're not looking just back. We're looking ahead. We're being optimistic, at least for now. I'll laugh at the Dallas Cowboys around the holidays. Let's go to number 3 on the list, please. Give it to me right now. Jared Goff for the Detroit Lions. Why? Now, I know he just had a teammate, breath smelling like Similac, wet behind the ears, bloviating about how great Jared Goff is. But he did have a good season last year. Did throw about 30 touchdowns. Did complete more than 67% of his passes. The Detroit Lions did have a 9-8 record. They were knocking on the door of a playoff berth. He played well. They needed to fix some other things, which I think they will do. This is a man that once quarterbacked the Los Angeles Rams to a Super Bowl a few years ago. Let's give some love to Jared Goff for the season that he had last year, and we're looking forward. A lot of people are projecting that the Detroit Lions are going to be a team to be reckoned with. We shall find out. He ain't top 2, though. Give it to me, top 2 right here. Bam! Brock Purdy. Why? Because he's coached by Kyle Shanahan. That's why. Because he's got Deebo Samuels and George Kittles as a weapon. That's why. Because this man got the job mid-season, showed up, and showed out. Guided them to an NFC Championship game. Remember, he was hurt against the Philadelphia Eagles. Remember, the San Francisco 49ers didn't have a quarterback. They had to put Christian McCaffrey behind center, for crying out loud. The Eagles knew they weren't going to be able to throw the damn football. It was the worst NFC Championship game you could possibly find because they were just too injured. We've never seen anything like that before, a team losing 4 quarterbacks in the same season. But that is what happened to the San Francisco 49ers. Prior to that, they had this brother right here. And what did they do? They went to the NFC Championship game. And oh, by the way, they were balling in the process of doing so. The only hiccup, the only bad part was when they went up against Kansas City in the regular season. But that's a story for another day. Brock Purdy deserves consideration as a top 2 quarterback. He ain't number 1, though. We all know who number 1 is. Give it to me, please. Give it to me. This man right here. The new $179 million guaranteed quarterback for the Philadelphia Eagles, who was in the Super Bowl. 300 yards passing, over 70 yards rushing, 3 rushing touchdowns in a Super Bowl, okay? Jalen Hurts, who came into the league about 4 years after Dak Prescott, has elevated himself significantly above Dak Prescott and practically everybody else in the NFC Conference. He is the best quarterback in the conference right now. I left Kirk Cousins out of the mix on purpose. Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.